TravelWise with Phil Blizzard. News, views and interviews.
Hello, I'm Phil Blizzard in Dubai with TravelWise, and it's very much an interview special on this occasion. It's the first TravelWise of the new year. It's the first one of our new season, so let's hope it's got off to a good start for you, wherever you might be listening to these podcasts. Interview special, we'll be taking a look, we'll be focusing on Wizz Air Abu Dhabi, which is a brand new airline. It's the 7th airline to be operating out of the United Arab Emirates. But we'll start off, as we do, with aviation news.
TravelWise. Aviation news flown in by Seawings Seaplane Tours. See Dubai as never before.
Aviation news from Air Arabia, flydubai, Etihad, Wizz Air, and also some country news regarding flights and entry into different countries around the world, including the Philippines, Seychelles and the UK. And the UK, as you probably well know, air corridors have been lifted, so regulations in place. You'll probably have to quarantine if you're flying into the UK. Regarding the Seychelles, good news from them. They've opened up to the entire world, providing you've had a COVID-19 vaccination. That's their first phase, and you also need a negative COVID test. A second phase will be introduced sometime middle of March, where a vaccination certification will not be required, just the COVID negative test. As for the Philippines, they have extended their ban on international travel through to the end of this month, January. Right, Emirates, a lot of news from Emirates. They've stopping operations for flights to various destinations for operational reasons. South Africa, no flights until the 28th of January. And further afield, going east of Dubai, flights to a number of destinations in Australia, including Melbourne, Sydney, have been halted. So do check with your travel agents if you're heading off to any of those destinations regarding flights with Emirates. They are flying into Perth, however. Right, so that's Emirates.
TravelWise. Aviation news flown in by Seawings Seaplane Tours. See Dubai as never before.
On to flydubai. There's a few rumours going around. I think they might be starting up with flights from Dubai to Malta. The reason why I say that, because I've seen a few media photographs of people from the Maltese government talking to officials from flydubai. There was one a few months ago, and then there was another one just a few days ago. So things might be warming up. Listen out for that. We'll keep you updated, of course, with any further news. Now, the main airlines of the UAE, including flydubai, which I just mentioned, also Etihad and Emirates, have started a mass COVID-19 vaccination program for all their staff, so that is good news. Wizz Air is going to be our focused interview this edition of the podcast, TravelWise from me, Phil Blizzard, and they got a lot of publicity for this because they were selling tickets at 1 dirham for a flight from Abu Dhabi to Athens. I'll find out more about that a bit later on. They've also announced they'll be flying to Tel Aviv as of February the 12th. 4 flights a week, single fares at 99 dirhams from Wizz Air Abu Dhabi, flying from Abu Dhabi to Israel, Tel Aviv. Now, Emirates have got some news from Emirates. They are, let's have a look, increasing flights to a number of American destinations. They're going to be flying to 10 destinations in the US. Starting on February the 1st, they'll be flying into Seattle. They're also increasing their flights to New York, JFK, with 2 flights per day, up from the 1 flight per day. And they'll also be flying, let's have a look, March, they'll be flying into Dallas. They'll also be flying into San Francisco as of Tuesday, March the 2nd. And on February the 5th, they'll be increasing the number of flights to Brazil, to Sao Paulo, to 5 per week. So that's some of the latest aviation news from across the Middle East and beyond. Coming up next, our key interview for this edition of the TravelWise podcast, and I'll be talking to the Managing Director of Wizz Air Abu Dhabi, Kees von Heij.
TravelWise. Aviation news flown in by Seawings Seaplane Tours. See Dubai as never before.